Hello and welcome to Season 4 Blister Critters. Flower, since you fucked up the first set of recordings on this one, you can do the previously on.
Okay. Welcome back to A Planet Cthulhu, Season 4, Episode 11, Blister Critters. Last time we had to go back to save the Queen. Damn, she sounded so sweet. And with her heavenly voice. Then take her back to the hive in order to get the team some sticky goodness. I mean, honey, you pervs. The team separate to go do their own separate things. Toucan and I went for a very detailed search into a sweet shop. I'm not sure what the others did, but they probably gave a big hairy bear something to suck on. We used the cannon by filling jars with my farts and using them as a metal ball we got from a manic hamster, which a couple of the team turned into jam. Come join us today as we have to pound some beavers into submission after making things very wet. Over to you, voice of God.
Disgusting.
What?
I think that was a great intro. I think
That actually was. Yeah.
There was some good and bad in it.
I'm not gonna lie, I spent half an hour before this recording sorting that out.
Oh shit,
You were gonna
came
knock
prepared.
on it.
and you were gonna make me. I was gonna say you were gonna make me do it.
That was epic.
Ah,
God,
right.
I'm gonna have to start writing some intro speeches.
That's the first one I've done properly.
Oh. So yes, in the last episode, the cannon was fired, the poo-covered cannon, and as the dust settles, there's a ringing in everyone's ears, debris, and I say that pathetic attempt at a fire alarm is going off, a small dribble of water dripping down from the only remaining sprinkler head that hasn't completely rusted over. The dust settles, there's aquatic animals everywhere trying to gather up this little pathetic amount of water, because as you remember in the last set of episodes, they were being starved of water. The beavers are nowhere to be seen. Your vision's a little bit hazy, the explosion might have been a bit bigger than you thought it was. The light bulb that was very happily sitting in the tube is now crushed to bits. And you can see the entrance to the aquarium, the only remaining area that has a majority of the water still within this area. What are you going to do?
Charge.
Charge.
Off we go.
Follow the rabbit.
Okay. As you manage to make your way over the debris of the dam, there's hints to maybe that the beavers might have been living inside this thing the entire time, strewn around items scattered across the floor and the debris, and
Oh, so sad.
The
If
beaver
only I could
holes.
find a violin right now.
I fucking warned them.
Go for it.
No, I said I fucking warned them.
Oh.
They didn't have to come to this. They could have just talked to me.
And as you step over, you see there's a couple of picture frames with some small baby beavers in there that may or may not have been inside the blast radius. You don't know. The inside of the aquarium is a damp, in comparison to the other outside area, damp, dimly lit aquarium, basically. There's a few rock pools that are in the entranceway, next to a mediocre ticket booth. You know, the Fun Urchin Park would have rinsed its patrons for all they're worth, just to try and make a few bucks, as it were, like most theme parks do these days. And
Now, did I see the beavers fall off the dam?
I would say in the smoke and general debris, they managed to slip away, but they haven't gone far. You'll notice there's drag marks in the dust.
Okay, because that's what I was doing on my way in. I'm having a close eye out, or a very alert lookout for the beavers.
Fair enough. As you walk in, you'll hear over a small tannoy a previously unheard of voice mocking you in the distance. And suddenly the lights will shut off and go into like an emergency power mode. And behind you, a security gate shutters down, it rattles into place. And you are essentially stuck inside this building. Whether or not you can move is up for debate. But it seems to be
what about
that
the hole in the dam?
Oh, well, yeah, behind that would have been the actual door itself, so you have been trapped into this area. It's kind of like a last defense kind of thing.
How smart are these beavers? Who has, like, emergency triggered blast doors inside their dam?
It's not a blast door, it's like a, those little chain link security shutter things.
Oh, so we could just cut through it.
Potentially, yeah, if you really wanted to. But the likelihood is that the beavers are nearby, as you spy up in the corner, a couple of cameras, and they're quite obviously watching you.
Oh, we got voyeurs.
Well, yeah, it's part of...
Oh no, they're not sophisticated enough for blast doors, but yeah, no, they're
cameras.
gonna have security cameras though.
We're in an aquarium that was existing before. We are out of the dam.
Yeah, but I thought he said we didn't have power earlier.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we turned it to power on, remember?
Yeah, on one of the previous episodes.
We turned the security cameras on.
Well, no, not really. Each area is individually kind of isolated.
So we just turned the train on.
Yeah. Well, you turn that part of the train on anyway. And the reason you're in this area is just due to the fact that you kind of wanted in. Okay, so I'm going to need I'm going to need a roll to see if you can determine where these beavers are, and...
We've got to find these slippery beavers.
Yeah.
So, instinct?
Go for it.
We are doing it.
3.
Whoever wants to do it, whoever's actively looking for the beavers.
Oh yeah, I'm
Mr.
actively
Jacob.
looking. Yeah. So
Mr. Jacob, for what I'm told, I was not here when we apparently pissed off the beavers. Could you elaborate what on earth happened?
look, I tried to be nice. I even complimented their sturdy workmanship, despite its obvious flaws. And just tried to get the lay of the land, to see who was in charge, and they blocked me at every turn. And they were quite patronising about it as well. Wasn't going to put up with that shit.
He asked for the manager after like 10 seconds or so of seeing them, so go get the manager now, I guess.
They didn't oblige. I feel like that's their problem then. I feel like
Yeah,
they're
we're
just
looking for who's in
assholes.
charge here. They were.
I
They were
mean,
just
he
arseholes.
He did ask nicely, and they were quite, well, stubborn.
I'm
And
actually
now,
noticing
you
a
know,
trend.
we just
I'm
blew up the
noticing a
dam,
trend.
So we're kind of now committed. So can't we just, do this?
I'm kind of noticing a trend. We're in a cartoon world, but apparently every single NPC we come across is an absolute dickhole. I wonder whose fault that is.
Not only are they an absolute dickhole, but they also are not the ones that are in charge. They're never the ones that are in charge. They all have a boss.
And
But they all
have
act like
funny
it. Yes,
accents.
yes.
I'll point out you have met the bear, you met the glider.
The drugged bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. Yeah, just a cool dude.
You
Yeah.
met the critter that was inside the bathroom in the toilet. Or
Giving
inside
out
the clean
sweets.
cabinet. Yeah, giving out the sweeties. There are nice characters in this world. It's just the major kind of people in power are going to be arseholes. It's how it is.
You've met the
Beavers are not
pack.
in
No.
power.
No, you're exactly right. We've seen dozens of characters so far, but as long as we can count the good characters on one hand, that's perfect. That's right.
Hey, there'll be more
exactly
good
correct.
characters coming up.
Hey,
Don't
it
you
doesn't
fucking
just
hold
have to
back.
be the NPCs that are cunts. We're
sorry,
also
can we-
cunts. It's even.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we were. I
Speak for
feel like
yourself.
our assholery was definitely justified. I feel like we were
orphan murder?
antagonized.
I
I
definitely
did not
was.
sign off on that.
Yeah. The orphan murder was an accident.
Once you
I'd
pass
have
this
you know.
area, there'll be some
It
more
always is.
nice NPCs just for you, okay?
Oh, yeah, they're certainly.
Promise.
Hey, can we kill them as well?
If you really fucking want to. Anyway, back to the
We'll
story.
run an alligator through them on a truck.
So I found something out last night due to playing another grit-related system. It's not you spend 1 grit or 2 grit. It's you spend 3, 6, or 9 grit at any one time. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So me giving you allowing you to do 1 or 2, technically isn't how it's supposed to run.
I will counteract that with the guy who ran the game last night. Let me do 4.
True, he did let us do a 1 or 2 on the off chance, but I'll let it carry on normal for now. But as of the next area, we'll be keeping that into mind.
Yeah,
And apparently,
another skill modifier.
yep. Well, considering there's dust marks in there, Gertrude and Manny will see on the floor the dust marks leading into a quite obviously lit security room. There's a crack in the door, as it were. You can see there's light spilling out, and you can hear voices inside. You hear over the tannoy a kind of a squelchy voice. It's not a voice you've heard before. It sounds like it's not used to speaking in air.
You stupid beavers! Let them in here, how could you? Make sure they do not disturb me. They must not turn on the water. The glorious night requires it.
Well, then how else am I going to get a drink of water?
What a welcome, commit it.
Suppose better get in
What?
there and bust some
Well,
beers up
guys,
there.
I think we should turn the water on. You know, this tannoy says we shouldn't do it, but I disagree. I think water should be an everybody's necessity.
Free command.
Are you still thirsty?
Yes.
Let's touch-
blood.
There's a couple of open pools over there. Have a sip.
I want fresh water from the taps. How about we go to the office over there and explore?
I only drink the most purified water.
Mountain Spring. That's what we need.
Right, where'd those beavers go?
They're in the security office.
Who's gonna knock?
Yeah, I'm gonna head towards the security office.
Can I chuck my decoy in there first? Just see what happens.
You want to chuck the decoy in there?
Yeah, because they're probably going to be on the other side of the door, like, watching us. So they're
It's
probably
not a
set up
smoke
an
bomb.
ambush.
Alright, so as you chuck the decoy in there, you just hear, "Get it!" And yeah, it pops.
Brilliant. And at that point, lads, I think we should all join the fray. Because they've now been distracted, so we should get a free shot in. Am I right, dear?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
Fuck
So
'em up.
Gertrude's-
And that was
Gertrude's
the
gonna
only
turn
free
up-
pass we ever got again, and it all got fucked up because we gave it to Gertrude.
Hey, we get a free attack out of this. We can do some serious damage.
Roll your scurry as well whilst you're at it.
2.
Okay, I've got a scurry of 1.
Oof.
I get 5.
Right, Jacob with
Gertrude's going to be the
5.
big one at the end.
I have 2.
Manny Manure with a 2.
Yes.
Toucan with
That's a net one.
a 1. And Calaris with
6.
a 6. Gertrude with what?
Oh, I've got a 1.
You got a 1 as well. Okay. So you'll each get a turn before the Beavers. And it's Calaris first, so what we'll do is we'll just skip their turn for this one.
Ooh.
Nice.
Jay, do you mind if you wait until Jacob goes first?
Sure, if you
I'd
have an
like to
idea.
ask, should we get a advantage on our roll as the
We're
beavers are
already getting a
distracted
surprise
with-
round.
We've got.
You're
Yeah.
getting a
don't
surprise round, don't be greedy.
Be, don't be
Come
milking
on.
him.
Give it to me.
Milking it?
It's a one-time thing. Gotta take it when I get it.
I'm not giving it to you, Carl.
No,
Fine. Let's all do our attacks.
greedy.
Yeah, I'll just turn on you
If you
now.
want to go first, Bunny, of course I'll be happy to let you take the lead.
Oh, thank you very much, my badger friend. Jacob stands forward and bites into his beaver munch bark bites, giving him advantage against beavers.
Yep.
He then
permanent
decides to
advantage.
interrogate the beavers.
Oh, what?
He's going to say,
Final
right,
thoughts.
Okay.
Oh,
I think I've made
Why?
I think I've made my point now, you beady-eyed little bastards. You're going to tell me right now what the hell is going on in this aquarium, who the hell is Otto, and what the fuck is the deal with this glorious night?
Right, which one are you interrogating?
Which one am I interrogating? The next in the queue.
The next in the queue, which...
Yes, all the beavers look the same to me.
No,
It's
no.
Right, well, there's two thinkers, there's two brawlers, so You're interrogating a brawler, a thinker, so go for it. Roll me the vibe. I'm going to do a vibe off.
Vibe off.
You got to beat a 7.
Ooh, that's a high one.
Got advantage though.
Right. I can spend 3 grit and get it up to a 7.
If you want to, or you can use your catchphrase.
No, I'll spend the grit. I've got quite a lot of grit here.
Okay, so you spend the crit. Ask what you need to ask.
Oh, that's what I did say.
Alright,
Yeah,
you want
he
to ask him.
kind of already asked, yes.
Yeah.
That was the whole spiel.
Right, so it's going to turn to you and be like, already told you, but Otto's the one in charge. He runs this place, you shouldn't be in it, and now we're going to have to kill you because of it. You've basically blown up our entire operation here.
What is the operation?
We don't know.
What the fuck is going on here?
Where is she?
Ooh,
Rachel!
All we know is that we are told to do what we are told to do. If we don't do what we're told to do, he's likely to get us lynched and have someone else do it instead.
Ah, good goddamn. Right, so are you intent on killing us right now? Are you definitely going to go through with that order?
Very, very much so.
Alright, Gladys, take it from here.
Well,
I mean, they did just jump on the
Dude.
decoy toucan rabbit. What did you expect?
Well, I'm gonna wonder too. Do you four really think you can beat us? I really want to know your thought process here. You do realize all we had to get through to get to you. Do you think we can't handle ourselves better than you four?
I don't know about that. We'll soon find out.
You do realise this means...
Well, you do. There is no backing out now. If you fight us now, you can leave now or you will die. There is no second choices.
right,
This
enough
isn't going to
jibber-jabber.
stop.
Let's just get on with
This
it.
is all happening during Jacob's turn. Jacob is allowing Toucan to help with the
Oh,
interrogation.
sorry. I was trying to help your vibe. I thought we were doing a conversation. I was trying to help with the vibe.
Yeah, you'll hear over the tannoy. You bastards, don't let them in. I've told you. You do as you're damn well told. Glorious night will come down on us all if you don't fucking do your part.
You guys do realize that there is 9 of us and 1 of him.
No.
Like, why would you
okay.
do as he's told and not just help us take his ass out?
You have no idea how powerful this fucker is.
Actually, this sounds like you're a bunch of pussies. Actually, now I want to kill you. Let's proceed with the fighting.
As you pointed out, these critters don't want to speed bump for us, so let's just get on with it.
Yeah, I think we're done
Can't have them on our
talking.
side.
Calaris, do your thing.
Right, Galaris is gonna nod at Jacob and going to start like walking towards him, smacking the critter bone against his hand before striking out at the beaver thinker.
So, can't you see the coloured dots that are above all these characters' heads?
Yeah, 2
Yes.
blue, 2 green.
Right, I'm going to change...
And a brown.
I'm going to add a second dot to the other one so there is a differentiation. between
So we can, yeah.
Yeah. So, right, who are you attacking first then?
Blue thinker.
Blue thinker. Right, go for it.
Easy scrap roll. Oh, that's a nat one.
Oh, okay. Well,
You know what, I'm gonna
it's a
burn
roll.
my catchphrase. Can I catchphrase on that one?
No, and on that
No.
one, you cannot.
Okay, never mind.
I like it. You know that, Jacob. You walk past him. You're batting your bone against your paw, looking like a badass, and you just fucking trip over something. And
Yeah,
I
it's
think he,
a-
like, sees the
Listen.
reflection of a beaver in the monitor behind them and just like smacks it instead.
God
it's
damn
the
it. We talk-
screensaver.
Yeah, it's,
Jacob and
it's
I-
his family picture as a screen.
you see Jacob just behind her, just face palming. Just like, oh Jesus, fuck.
Plenty of beavers on the screen.
Jacob, I think you did a really good job talking him down, intimidate him, and that really just fucked up everything. I'm just gonna have you know.
Yeah, you just see one of them be like, and you say you can take us on then, yeah? Manny, what are you going to do? You up next.
He's going to jump onto the table and run over to the one that's next to, basically the blue brownie one.
Right, so the Beaver Brawler,
Yes, he's going to pull out.
standing in front of the monitors. of the old security room that give off the camera feeds throughout the entire of the area.
Yeah, he doesn't want to damage the screen, so he's going to see if he can scoop with the
I think it's
scoop.
too late. I think Galaris has already smashed one.
Yeah, there is a bone stuck firmly in the middle of one of them.
We're
It's
trying to say-
sparking, and there's a few fizzes and pops.
If that one stood next to that broken screen, he's not that
Yep.
arse then. He's just gonna see if he can whack him into the screen. But if it's sparking, he might do
Alright,
something
go
more.
for it. You're gonna need to... Actually, yeah, you attack first, and then he'll defend. Right, so he needs to be a 5. Meets beats. Unless you want to spend... well, some grit.
I'd have to spend 3 at one time.
Well, for this area, we'll just do it the way we've been doing it so far. It sounds like
Okay.
we'll start
I'll
down
just-
with the proper one.
Spend 1 grit then.
Okie dokie. And what are you going to do? You're going to push it into the monitor.
Yeah, try to where it's sparking. See if you can like try hit him into the sparks to see if you can like somehow like blind him.
Okay.
You said sparks.
Yeah,
For
I'll
blinding
go
the
for it.
sparks.
So, I'm going to say just roll me your damage straight up to start off with.
Damage 2.
Right, so I need to roll an instinct check. It's going to have to be a 5. So you've only done 2 damage. Well, he's got quite a bit of damage resistance. They all do, and yeah, technically he won't take any damage at all. You just kind of body block you with his tail.
Ooh.
Yeah, these guys are tanky. Toucan, you're up.
I am going to smack. Okay, so are the orange ones the thinkers?
No. So there's two blues. One's a thinker, one's a brawler. 2 greens, one's a brawler, one's a thinker. The brawlers are the ones with the orange dots next to them. It's
Okay,
just so I can visualize.
I'm going to hit the green orange one. Right.
Cool. The Beaver brawler that's standing in front of the other monitor.
Yep, gonna hit him with my screw chain. Smack him upside
Cool.
the face. Okay, so roll my
Go for
scrap,
it.
which is a 6. That is a 3.
That is a 3. He needs to beat a 3. Let's roll him his thing. Meets beats, unless you want to spend grit or use a...
Wait, so, like, I have. Wait a second, so, like, even
You
though.
can spend some grit if you would like to attack.
Oh, okay. Alright,
Oh,
well,
catchphrase.
I'll burn 3 grit. I got it. Got plenty. So I will beat it. I'll make it a 6. I'll burn 3 grit. And I will hit him, which will be a.
Okay. Let me roll the... Is this one got the same for the brawlers? You are hitting a brawler, yes. Yes, you're hitting a brawler. So it needs to be a 5 on instinct, because then he'll take basically no damage at all. Okay, roll the damage.
Are you serious?
1. Again, this thing will just kind of body block you with this tail.
Oh my gosh.
He
Okay.
does have a high DR. Gertrude, you're up. What are you doing?
Well, we damaged none of them. Am I right?
Yep.
So I might as well try my luck with the very last one who hasn't had an attack come his way yet, and try my switchblade. Yeah,
Go
my,
for
my
it.
shaving razor actually. So I'll do my scurry, which is a 10 or a 7.
Ooh.
A 7. Jeez, okay. Which one are you attacking?
The one green dot guy.
Okay, you're attacking the Beaver Thinker. So his scurry is actually only a d6. I need to roll that again because I rolled the wrong dice. Although I'll say he failed anyway because it was only a 5. So yeah, go on, do your damage. What are you going to do?
Oh, I got a max. I got my full D8.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so does he have the same ability? So they have an animal talent. It's called Never Give Up. It's a free action. Every time you suffer damage, make an instinct check. If you succeed, you only suffer 2 damage total, regardless of the original result. If you fail, you suffer the original damage plus 2. Right, so that's an instinct check of a d8. If it goes over a 5, Okay, so that's +2. You do 10 damage to this Beaver Thinker. Describe to me what you do to this thing.
That depends. Did I kill it or not?
No, it's not dead yet.
Ah, okay. Then I'm gonna say that with my shaving razor, I lacerated his body. I cut his body somewhere. I don't want to think I cut his arm off, but I think I gave him a deep wound.
Okay.
And I made him bleed. I just remembered the shaving razor makes him bleed.
Yes, it does. What bleed does it have on
Yeah,
there?
just looking at one now. Okay, so add 1 bleed to each successful attack.
So you've done 1 attack that's successful. That's 1 set of bleed.
1 second, I'll put it on the other sheet. Yeah, so as bleed 1 to each successful attack. So I only attacked once successfully.
Cool. So he will
bleed.
take 1 damage on his actual turn as part of the bleed. And then it goes back up to Kalaris. What are you going to do? So you're kind of like, you're all standing on this overly large security table at the moment, as it were. So you're kind of battling on a narrow kind of field.
Clarus is gonna yank his Critterbone out of the monitor and try and smack this
The Beaver
blue
Thinker.
thinker off
Yep.
of the edge of the desk, if you can.
Go for it.
That's a 7, that's a lot better.
That's 7. The Thinkers have only a 6. They do have grit, so I will see what he comes up with. It's not worth spending the grit on it, so yep, roll me your damage.
So that would be a D10, a D8 plus 1 for the poison.
Although I need to roll an instinct, and if it's over a 5, it's not, so you +2.
Okay, so that's 10 plus 2 from my 1D8, that's 12. You said plus 2?
Yeah.
14 plus 1 from the poison.
Oh, well, you automatically just blitz this one into nothing. Tell me how you do it. What do you do?
Initially aiming to smack this guy off the edge of the desk, Claris greatly underestimates his own strength and manages to instead sort of immediately smack this thing into and partially through the desk, leaving a smear of splinters and beaver fur behind.
Lovely. And Cap, just before you ready yourself up to go, you'll hear a very familiar voice that you've had for many times already now. Oh, hello there. It's time for some meal. And I'm going to roll a D for... Jesus Christ, Pat just suddenly got bigger.
Big balls.
4, so it's going to be Toucan. Give me your ad, my good sir.
Critter Decoy. Do you have a podcast mate that likes to leave very often and go and has to work and things like that, and sometimes misses sessions? And do you need to make a specific, person or say, let's just say, object to represent said podcast mate while they're gone? Well, we got Critter Decoy. You see, it's just as good as the original, but not really. See, sometimes it does break, but if you need someone there when your friend is not there, this one is for your Critter Decoy. Now coming in 2 can sizes.
See, I knew I saw it somewhere.
Like a good podcast mate, Critter Decoy is there.
Right,
do we
so
usually-
this was a 4 SP for the last time I think we used it, wasn't it?
Yes.
One second, I'll put it on my sheet. I'll put it as 4 SP, yes.
Batteries and
Yeah, so-
lubricants sold separately.
Oh, this
Oh,
one is
incredible.
clearly a skunk decoy.
Oh,
I don't mind.
Nope, sorry. Porcupine decoy.
oh.
No, it's
Right.
it's pure spite of Gertrude. It's a porcupine decoy.
I love it. Gertrude's gonna admire the splitting image.
Nope,
And
this
be
one's
like-
mine. You fucking wrecked yours. Keep it to your. This is mine.
Hey, you can keep it. I'm just admiring the
Don't touch
gratitude.
it. Get back. It's
Oh.
mine.
Oh my
I'm
god,
gonna
that's
just,
twins!
just gonna bend over with my porcupines and oh no! Watch out there.
I was preparing for that ad read for ever since you got the decoy. I was like, I'm gonna make an ad read for a freaking porcupine decoy. Damn fucking straight I will.
The funny thing is, I didn't even get my one out of the ad read. I got mine out of a vending machine. So this
Yeah.
just justifies my. I knew it somewhere.
It's a flashlight.
Yeah, so in this world there are multiple different decoys, and this one happens to be a porcupine.
Don't all look the same.
I think for the game, we should keep our the toucan token at the top there. Just use that as a decoy token.
That works for me.
I'll make a new one that's come back.
No, it's a toucan.
I mean, it might have to be, considering Mid-Journey just spat out a donut, and I don't even want to know what that last one is. Cool. So, Jacob, as you are now happy to continue after the postman has blown his sack of mail.
Ignoring the postman completely, Jacob spins his keys in his paw and jumps up the desk towards the brawler, the remaining brawler,
There's 2 rulers, 1 thinker.
the remaining thinker, and swipes the keys at him
Okie
for a 6.
So the thinker has only a scurry of 6, so we'll see what happens if he needs to spend grit. It's a 4, so no, I'm not going to say he's going to spend any grit on that. So yeah, I'm going to roll the instinct to see if he takes any damage to start off with, because that's a D8. And yeah, okay, he'll take damage.
Alright, so
Beavers aren't having a lucky time with things. Tell me how you kill this thing.
So Jacob, starting from his position on the floor from where he was shouting at him, he, as I said before, he gets his keys out, he starts spinning it, and as if propelled through the air by the force of the spin of the keys, he shoots up towards the beaver at the edge of the desk, hitting him individually in the dumbass little nose with each key. Each one going deeper and deeper into the beaver's face until his face is no more.
Ooh, that's hot.
What?
Wolfie, come get your man.
Yeah, I think, Flower, we need to put you into some therapy if you think that's wrong.
I'm not saying. To some people.
No, you're
What destruction of a beaver's face is hot to you?
destroying
The
the
blood is.
I mean, beating up a beaver.
He does a very graceful
done
flip in
way
the
That
air
would feel to some
and settles down on top of the monitor. I'm trying to move things
Right.
on.
Fair enough. Well, this first brawler is going to go after Colaris after you smush the first one's face in. It's got a D10 of scrap. That's a 5. Can you beat a 5?
Scurry, right?
Yes.
You've got a +2 dodge as well, Jay.
Yes, I thought I did. Let's see how I do. Yeah,
Oh.
7. Clark nimbly ducks out of the way.
Anything I can do to make this working better?
They're getting desperate enough to start using that grit.
I mean, they
think
might have to. They're getting
be.
one hit.
I'm
Yeah.
down to 2 now.
So this one's going to use an ability. It's called Bone Crunch. Burn 6 grit and intentionally crunch the bones of a target. You'll inflict normal damage to decrease the scurry die by 1 type. So yeah, this is an ability. I think it's an auto hit.
If he's already moved to try and hit me, can he
So-
still do it?
Hmm?
If he's already swung at me and missed, can he
Well,
still
I'm going to
do
spend the
another
grit so he can beat that on this one.
attack? Okay.
Wait, how much
Just
grit do
because-
these beavers have? Is that like
they have-
only 6 points for the
Fun
actual
crunch.
ability, plus the
Yep.
3 points to beat the
Yep.
beat the meter to beat it. That's,
So 9
that's
grit.
8 right there. Isn't that 9?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So, okay.
To be fair, I'm
roll-
sitting here with 17 grit at the moment.
Well, these guys have 14.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I have 50.
It also has a passive of Razor Sharp. Your claws go larger and sharper. You inflict +2 on damage, so this thing is going to do a D10. Fucking hell, 5 low rolls. So that's 7. Your scurry is now 1 dice type lower for this round.
Okay, hold on. I'm suffering damage.
Mm-hmm. You have
I
damage
need
resistance,
to.
don't you?
Yeah, I do, but also every time you suffer damage, make an instinct check to see if I succeed. Doesn't say what I need to beat for that.
What's the ability?
Never give up. Every time you
Oh,
suffer
it's the same
damage,
as the yeah. So roll a. Never give up is the same as the beavers are using here. It is
So-
a instinct check, and I will say it's a 5 for now.
That's a 6. So I only
Son
take
of a
2
bitch.
damage.
Both the beavers failed and you managed to get it.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, okay. That one spunked most of its grit away, so it's only
Yeah,
got.
it does this big vicious gnash at Colaris's arm, and he just like barely loses a couple strands of fur for it.
Manny Manure, what are you gonna do?
He's gonna try and take on the same one. Oi! Twig Muncher, your fight's with me! And whack him with the trowel.
Okay, roll your attack, and I'll roll the scurry. Ooh. So he's gonna scurry, and oh fuck
wow.
me, it's a -1.
Ah, such a
Oh,
shame.
Jesus.
It's on your side today. Roll 20. Okay, roll me your damage, and then I'll roll the instinct check. Actually, I'll roll the instinct check. That's 8. So let's see if it can be a 5. It does. So it will only take 2 damage. Purely because of the never give up ability. Take 2. If you survive an instinct check, you only take 2 damage despite whatever it is. It's now the second brawler's turn with a full level of grit. It's going to go after Jacob. It's going to roll a d10 worth of attack. Oh my god, that's a 2.
I think I had +2 to dodge anyway, so I think that Jacob's...
Yeah, 2 can go for it. Just kill these.
Jacob saw this coming and from a mile away. He telegraphed his attack, and Jacob very deftly just sort of does, like, you know how you trim this on the beam? He does a couple of wee hand springs on the monitor's edge.
I'm going to run maniacally at the green and orange one. Right here, the brawler.
Yep.
The brawler one. Yes, I'm going to run maniacally with my screw. That's 3.
That's 3. Can it beat a 3? It can.
I'm gonna. I don't want to burn any more grit. Okay. Well, I'll do. Beak me! I'm gonna do my 1 catchphrase for the day every roll.
Okay.
And it's not 1, so yep, forget that.
Oh, that's
Fuck
even
that.
worse.
You know what? This is bullshit.
Beavers.
Everybody else is getting amazing rolls today, and I'm getting natty 1s over here.
I'm not.
Just gonna say the beavers are.
Gertrude,
not dead.
go for it. What are you going to do?
I'm going to go in with my shaving razor again for the green and orange guy. So roll a scrap. Got 3.
You have a 3. It has a 5.
Mm,
Do you want to spend grit? 5, 4, 3, 2.
yeah, go on. Then. I will actually spend grit because I think I'm gonna. Oh, we want to
Right.
do these guys quickly. 'Cause I think-
Yep. You can do them if you want. Go on then.
So I'm gonna go for the shaving razor, which is D8. 6.
I'm going to see if it can beat the instincts of a 5. It does. It will take 2 damage regardless.
Great. Can you add
However-
the bleed as well? Because I did hit it.
I will say it will have the bleed, yes. So on its next turn, it will take a damage of bleed. Colaris, after smushing the other one into a paste, what are you going to do with the next 2?
I think Colaris is going to turn around, splattered in beaver blood, and lock eyes with the brawler right here. Tilt his head and then just try and reach up and like smash its leg against the monitor with the bone.
Okay.
I'm just going to roll my dice. Nat 1 again.
Ooh,
Second time.
okay. Well, yeah, that's a nat 1, so you completely miss. I'm going to say maybe you slip off the table. You don't take damage, but you just slip off the table. You slip in some ichor and you kind of fall. Maybe maybe your foot gets stuck in the hole that the beaver was kind of smushed through.
Damned by my own strength. Poppycock.
Jacob, after you're pirouetting on top of the monitors, you knock a couple down, but you're still standing. What are you going to do?
Taunting this beaver, feeling very confident in himself. He's going to do a very basic kick attack with his powerful hind legs to try and kick this beaver off of the desk. So I'm going to roll 2d6. I roll a 5.
Right, and this thing rolls a 5 as its defense. Are you going to spend a grit to beat it?
Yes,
Go
I
on
am. I mean, I'm using my leech to get grit back, so yeah, I'll spend the 1.
Alright, okay, so you suck grit out of these guys, don't you?
Yeah, so I get a d4 plus 2 back.
Right, wrong.
Oh, I actually rolled a 4 there, so I get 6 grit back for getting the 1, so that's me back up to full grit in 20.
Cool, and they lose that, don't they?
Yeah, they lose it, so he loses his 6 grit.
Cool. So he's
And
now on 8
yeah,
grit.
and I kick him off the table.
Okay, does that do damage?
Oh yeah, it's a kick attack, so it's just a standard bonk.
Right, let's see if he will... So he'll only take 2 regardless, because he's beating his never give up thing.
Oh, that's fine, because I get an additional plus 3 on my hind leg attacks with Stomper, so...
It'll be it's a passive, so it'll be 2 anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, cool. So, it's now this... I'm going to put him down there. It's this Beaver Brawler's turn up here. He will take the 1 damage from bleeding, because Gertrude slit him somewhere. And he's going to go after... he's going to carry on going after Calaris. So, Calaris, can you beat a 8?
So my dice is reduced, right?
On Scurry, yes. So what was it before?
It was a D8.
So
So
it's a
I
D6.
can't honestly beat an 8.
You can spend grit.
Yeah. How long is that reduction for, by the way?
That's just for this episode.
Oh, the whole episode. Okay.
Yep. Well,
oh.
we haven't got long left.
Fair enough. Sure, I'll burn the 4 grit not to take that hit.
Okay. Manny, it's now your turn.
Okay. He's going to get his trowel, spin it around, try to whack this beaver in the face. Oh, you bitch.
So I'm going to say the same thing again. You slipped on some of the ichor from the pulverized beavers on top of the desk. And yeah, you kind of just fall on your ass.
Do I fall off the table or do I just fall? Yeah.
Nah, you can just kind of fall on a keyboard and suddenly there's some weird music blaring through the speakers that you're unsure of. It's whatever the person who was working on this before they poofed away.
Everybody
Wait, that's pretty.
dance now.
Be careful there, Cartman.
That's not bad.
Right. No, I know, but just don't tempt me.
I can't use
Who's on the floor at the moment? No,
That'd be me and Toucan and... Actually, I think Calaris and Manny fell down here
Yeah.
as well.
No, they're on the desk still. Manny just slipped over, and Calaris had its foot stuck through the table.
Yeah, it's just Toucan and Gertrude.
It's going to go after Toucan. So Toucan, it's going to roll. It's going to come at you with its teeth bared. Oh shit! That's only a 6.
Do I do a scurry?
A scurry.
Okay.
It'll
It's a
be the
D8.
6.
I'm gonna burn.
Oh,
Nope. You know what? I'm gonna take it. Take it like a
you're
man.
going to take it.
I'm gonna take it like a man.
Right. So this is a razor sharp. So it's +2 to this as well. That's 9 damage.
Well, 6 damage. I do have 3 damage resistance. Okay.
6 damage.
I'm down to 12.
Yep. But it is your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit him back with my freaking screw. Pretty pissed off now. Fuck him.
Screw you.
Okay.
That's a 4.
That's a 4. Can he beat that? That's a 3. Okay, he's going to roll his instinct, so whatever it is, if it's over a 5, it will only be 2 damage regardless. It's a 1, okay. So he takes +2. Roll your damage.
It's an 8. So I do 10 damage.
10 damage. You knock this thing to shit. How do you do it? Describe me. He's not dead, but just give me some detail here.
Oh, I'm pretty pissed off. I grabbed the I assume the screw is about, I think we've kind of assessed it's a big screw. on the end of this chain. It's about 6 inches long. So I kind of just grab the screw by the handle, and I just start stabbing this fucker like a maniacal serial killer, laughing maniacally while I do it. Do you think this was a good idea now, motherfucker? I start stabbing the shit out of it.
Gertrude,
Oh, don't forget me.
what are you gonna do?
Oh, Gertrude. Well, after watching this beaver attacking my parrot friend, I'm going to definitely have to go at that with my shaving razor.
You say parrot friend?
Your
Did you say
parrot
parrot?
friend.
Did you just call me a fucking parrot? I turned, my face covered in blood, holding the screw like a serial killer. Did you just fucking call me a parrot?
Yeah, because that's what you
did we
are.
not give
Gertrude
Polly
says.
his cracker this morning?
We'll deal with this after the
Okay.
fight.
Great. Yeah, shaving razor.
Just shaving the
Roll
beaver.
a D10. Yeah.
You want to shave the beaver? Go
Yeah.
for it.
Got 6.
It got a nat 1.
Does
Let's see
this
if it
deal
can do
emotional
the-
damage?
So it'll only take 2 regardless, but it will take the bleed. So,
Completely hairless.
oh, these things are not looking too good. Yeah, you kind of shave a bit off.
I mean, I rolled the D. I rolled the D.
Can you give him a
anyway.
reverse mustache?
Yeah, but unfortunately can't win. But these things have the ability to never give up. So
But he
if
got
you
a
pass
nat
an
1.
instinct check, it's 2 damage regardless. Yeah, but the instinct check is different.
No, I know. I was just trying my luck.
Right, it is now Calaris. You managed to jam your foot back out of this hole. What are you gonna do?
Third or fourth time's the charm, I suppose.
Hey, there we go. That's a 10 to hit him with a bone.
If it gets an 8, I'll spend the grit. It spends the grit. That's the first good roll I've had all of this battle.
Right, I'm gonna spend 4 grit to performance my ability double scratch, which lets me
Okay.
hit twice.
Go for it. We'll roll with defense though, so roll me the d10. Yeah. Oh, meets beats.
I'm happy to burn a little bit more grit on that.
Go for it.
Alright, I would walk down its 4.
I'm gonna see if it can do the never gives up.
I will say, this isn't even a
It
boss
cannot.
fight yet. We're burning so much grit.
I got
so
all my
that
grit back.
is-
What are you
I was
talking
gonna
about?
say, well, my Gertrude, my grit's
That
pretty
is
good.
17 damage. It can get
Describe
fucked.
to me how you turn this thing into paste.
So Calaris swings his bone like a baseball bat at the beaver's head. It ducks down, smirks smugly at him, and is completely unprepared for the backswing as its head pops clean off and sails across the room.
Oh, lovely. I'd say it manages to get itself wedged into a paper shredder, and all you just see is just blood just fills the tray up.
Paper shredder.
Jacob, there's one beaver left. It's bleeding. It's on the floor. It's not looking very happy.
Should
What are you
be,
gonna
should be dead in a minute. That bleed I put on it has been there a while.
No, that was the other one.
No,
Jacob
I
from
put
his-
another bleed on this one.
Yeah, I know. There's only one bleed there.
Yeah.
Jacob, from his vantage point on top of the monitor, lines up the dive, takes his keys out again. He jumps into the air, does a quick flip around, and dives directly down on top of the beaver with his keys pointing downwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this, and I'm going to say I'm going to spend 3 grit on it anyway.
Okay.
So I'm rolling this 6. That's with the 3 grit.
Right. I will say roll your damage anyway, and we'll see what comes of it. I'll roll the thing in a minute. And we'll see if you can do that damage.
I will be
or
doing
not.
9 damage if I hit.
Oh, okay. So, need to find the window again. There it is. So, if it beats a 5, it only takes 2. If it doesn't, it's dead. It only takes 2.
Damn. So he does hit the beaver, but the beaver manages to get away. Tell you what, can I pin his tail to the ground?
You're not going to need to worry about it. This thing's dead next turn
Yeah,
anyway.
so it should have 1 health left.
It has 2, but it'll have 1 by the time it takes its turn. So, Manny, what are you going to do? You going to butt fuck this thing or what?
He's gonna, if it's on the floor, he's gonna try to jump from evidently trying to join the same thing. Jump from the table with the trowel aimed at basically its teeth and just tries to drop on it.
Okie dokie. Roll me your damage. Oh, 2. Can it dodge that? It can. It dodges just about.
Can I?
The last remaining bit of scrap. Go on then.
Can I use my ability, just because I want to try the ability? Insult. Insult your target really deep. Dig deep and let your target have it. Burn 6 grit. Your insult resonates so deep that your target fails success. They just rolled.
Yeah, sure. So in which case, then roll me your damage. I'll roll the instinct to see if it beats a 5. It'll die anyway. So yeah, no matter what you do, as long as you don't roll a 1, you still succeed. So yeah, tell me how you do it after you've insulted this thing to death, basically.
Like, you think you've got pretty teeth, but my friend Jacob's got better. Straight down, basically chopped his head off at the teeth.
Lovely. And
Jacob
that is
feels
this combat.
happy but slightly uncomfortable at the compliment.
Tuga, your pool floaty is now at the top if you want it.
Oh, that's so
that's
cute.
cute.
I see that. I see
Look
that
at
was
all
there.
that.
That's far too cute to be Gertrude.
I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be Gertrude, it's just a pool floaty.
Better Gertrude. You'd improved.
Okay. What do you want to do now? You're in this security room. There's a switch to the side that's quite clearly labelled lockdown, and it's on at the moment, so you can turn that off if you want. But I will say you can also loot this entire security room.
Might be time to see if we can get you even more keys, bunny boy.
Yeah, not a bad shout. But first, let me press this button.
I would like.
So as you do, the alarm stops. You can hear the shutter outside, the pathetic little kind of chain link shutter raise up again. And over the tunnel you hear, "What the hell's going on out there? Did you kill them?"
Yes,
Can you
they're
hear me?
Very dead.
You'll notice there's a microphone on top of the desk in amongst all the viscera.
Ah, okay, right. Jacob goes over to the microphone. He brushes some bits of tibia off of the buttons, and he just presses the button and says, "Hello?
Who the fuck is this?
Who the fuck is this?"
This is Otto.
Otto.
Where's my beavers?
Otto. Don't suppose you're the man in charge.
I am.
Good. I've been wanting to talk to the manager.
Right, well,
Now this is the part where our guest was meant to play, but due to the fact that they have had issues, I'm now having to work out what they would say.
So,
Essentially,
give me a quick rundown there, Otto. What the fuck's actually happening here?
I'm trying to think of how this would respond. Because I generally don't know how this would respond. It's, in short, with a lot of insults, it'll basically tell you that it's doing its job for the glorious night. It has been given the power of this area. It's in control of this area because it was told to be. It has been promised that if it does its job, there will be a greater reward for it later on.
Right.
In terms of a much bigger area. So you get the feeling that this thing was promised that if it does its job, it will receive a much bigger reward than it can ever imagine. It's basically been promised its own version of, for lack of a better term, heaven? You know, like a paradise?
Right, Otto, I've got to be frank with you. I've had a rather rough few days, these last few days. I lost my home, it gets swept upstream in a flood. There was this thing with some crocodiles, a town got destroyed, there was this weird thing with some power station, a shit-covered lavatory, and a train that for some reason only goes to one stop. and then stays there until it charges, and we have to hang around in these bizarre ass fucking places. I gotta be honest, I've got no idea what I'm doing here, but I'm trying to find a better place. Now, Paradise sounds pretty fucking good. Can you elaborate?
Right, the Glorious Knight has promised that if it reserves the water and sends it over to where the knight's location is, the knight will do something with this excess water. It doesn't quite know what.
So does the knight know that we're escaping a rising sea level?
Well, we're not. It's a random flood.
Yeah, that we're rising floodwaters or something.
It was a dam breaking, essentially, is what caused the flood.
Because there is plenty of water now.
Yeah, and it's lower down this hill. Otto will not quite understand what's going on, but it will say that if you want to get any further, you will have to get past it first.
Is there any way that I can convince you, given the amount of water that there is in the previous section, that you can just go and have? Is there any way that I can convince you to maybe stand aside?
You see, now without the actual...
Can I run over like the basics of what was motivation from the early notes, or has it changed enough?
Yeah, go for it.
So the whole fucking thing about this park is control, right? In the first section, they're controlling food to keep the other fuckers down. Otto's job is to control the water supply. Yes, to send it on to the night, but also to keep like all the animals in submission. Throughout the whole park, you get what you are given by the Glorious Knight. Otto's an enforcer of that. He is not looking to help you fuckers. He's not looking to help anyone in this park but himself.
Also, do you understand that the very currency that you are controlling people with at the moment, there is an abundance of now?
Seems like he should kill you. So
there is an overabundance of what the Glorious Knight has promised to give you to control your minions. Your job isn't working anymore. Your whole game is up. There's no point in continuing.
There's no free travel within the areas.
Yeah, it might not be working in the first area, but the other areas you don't know about so much.
No, we don't know about what's coming, but we do know what we just left, and it's really fucking wet.
Yeah, but you don't know what the rest of it's like. So from this point on, it could be really fucking dry.
What does that mean? That means nothing to Otto.
God, look, without having Rich here playing Otto, it's a lot more difficult to suddenly do it without giving anything major away. So look, we'll leave this episode here. Thank you very much for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode, come and find us over on Blue Sky or Twitter, Behind the Cthulhu. We generally have link trees and stuff to all other sites that we're on and bits and pieces. Thank you very much and goodbye.